What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 18 Ultimate Team Budget Squad gameplay. It's time for the shopping spree, baby. Not much has changed with the team coin-wise or even solo challenges done-wise since last week when you guys last saw it. We still have all of these coins. Now it's time to spend it. There are about 10 key positions that I'm going to try to target to upgrade this team. We have over 500,000 coins. We're going to try to use the amount of coins necessary to upgrade this team, which is most likely going to be most, if not all, of these coins. But with the way Madden 19 Ultimate Team is this year, there's different ways to upgrade your team. Normally, you just look for the budget players and call it a day. But with Madden 19 and the way training is used and how you can upgrade players via training, we are going to have to not only use the auction house as our friend, but use some training points. We might even have to buy a player and quick sell it, which sounds crazy, but if we buy a player, quick sell for training, we can use that training to, actually upgrade our team for cheaper rather than just using the auction house. So we're going to start off by buying a power-up Joel Bitonio. The first thing we're going to do is upgrade our offensive line. By being level 33, we have 2 power-up passes. You guys will see what a power-up pass is if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to power-up pass. It says right here, we need an 83 Joel Bitonio. We don't have an 83 Joel Bitonio, or an 82 Joel Bitonio. But what we do have is a power-up pass that basically grants us a free upgrade on a power-up. As, we don't have the 82 Joel Bitonio, but that will basically act like the 82 Joel Bitonio in the set, so we don't have to buy it. We save about 17,000 coins by grinding the game. So just like that, Joel Bitonio will be an 83 overall left guard for our team, and that's fine. We don't need an crazy offensive line. We don't need legends on there, 90 overalls, but that will get the job done. And we're not gonna just do this once. We are going to get 2 power-up players. We also have an 83 to 85 overall power-up pass, as you guys see sitting in the binder right there, and we're gonna use that on Brandon Sheriff. Maybe there might be 1 or 2, absolute better ways to use this power-up pass, but this is going to work out pretty well for us. Rather than spending on the offensive line heavy, we are going to pick up a Brandon Sheriff right here. I apologize if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but we will upgrade him all the way to an 85 overall. And you guys saw our offensive line pretty decent otherwise. 87 Frederick. We have the right tackle. That's an 83 overall. Rick Wagner. All we need to do is get a left tackle, which we are not going to go with the power-up route. Now we're going to more so go into the auction house and try to buy some budget players. I don't want to get too wrapped up into training. Even though training is the short-term cheaper answer, you evaporate your coins permanently, and I don't want to evaporate all of our coins like that into training, because let's say we want to power down the Joel Bitonio, we would have to sacrifice half the training points we put into that Bitonio, taking it out, and we are on a budget, right? We don't want to just lose all of that on training, and so we are going to buy ourselves a Willie Roaf. The good thing about the auction house this year is the auction house is actually maintaining a pretty decent value so far throughout the year, and since cards can be quick sold for training, it looks like the auction house won't have many crazy crashes. So whatever we buy, like this 86 Willie Roaf, most likely will not drop drastically in price in the next month or two. Well, unfortunately, what did happen, I don't know if you guys caught that, we bought Willie Roaf, 43k. As soon as I bought him, another Willie Roaf popped up for 40k. I even went to the auction house. I was like, wait, what? Did I really just miss that? Sometimes the auction house just doesn't work out that way. But still, we got this 86 Willie Roaf for a pretty decent price. 86 overall left tackle. We're going to add him to the team and keep him around for a while. One thing to keep in mind as we upgrade this team, as we plug in our offensive line upgrade right here to officially complete our offensive line, the first part of the transformation of our team is that I do not have the veteran gauntlet solos done. You have to be a level 40 to even unlock the veteran gauntlet solos, which I had no idea until I got on this budget account. I did it on my normal accounts. All right, cool. This veteran gauntlet's chill. Then I got on this account. I was like, wait a second, you can't do it until you get to level 40. So once we get the veteran gauntlet unlocked, which will be a while from now, we will probably pick the 89 Roger Saffold at left guard, power down Bitonio, put that Nat 89 left guard there, and we'll probably also pick up Cameron Hayward, the left end 89 overall. You get 2 of the gauntlet player choices, so those probably going to be the 2 guys that we pick. One guy we're picking up right here, right now, is Randy Moss, but that's a long-term strategy. I'm just discussing that with you guys because, there's something I have in mind to do with the team. So the Bitonio thing is kind of a short-term thing. We're going to use our power-up on him, see how it goes. You see, the great thing about this Randy Moss is speed. 88 speed for an 85 overall, 6'4" height. This is a budget beast. this 85 overall Randy Moss. It's what we call hidden stats, where it's an 85 overall, but there are certain stats that stand out that make this card better than its overall, most likely. So what we don't want to do is just buy the card right away. So I'm going to try to narrow down the auction. This is a good way of narrowing down the auction. Put as many filters on the card as possible, or you can just straight up search the card for itself. Go into the typing thing and type in Randy Moss. I just want to make sure that we're getting the best deals possible, especially since we just missed out on that Willie Roaf right there. But I think that was just bad timing more than anything else. The Moss, goes for like a couple K more than the normal 85 overall. But like I said, the hidden stats in this card are so phenomenal that I want the Randy Moss in our team. So you guys saw we have the Calvin Ridley rookie premier card. That's going to be our slot receiver. That Calvin Ridley is staying on the team. So we are looking for 2 new wide receivers, now 1 new wide receiver since we got Randy Moss. The offense is actually almost done being upgraded. The tight end spot is fine. The running back spot, we have Saquon Barkley. Maybe we'll get like a Christian McCaffrey 82 overall as a receiving back or something like that. But right now, we are going to focus on the defensive end of the ball. We're going to get a big purchase here. 89 overall Brian Dawkins. I was actually thinking about getting the 87 Earl Thomas. And then I stumbled upon this 89 Brian Dawkins, who goes for as much, if not less, than an 87 Earl Thomas. And is 2 points higher overall upgrade. And, it's B-Docs, right? We definitely got to get B-Docs on the team in that situation. So one thing I really want to do is have as good of a secondary as possible. I feel like I'd rather have a better defense and a better offense. That's just the way I normally build my teams. And part of having a pretty good secondary in Madden 19, this is a very key point to know, is that you want to have your defenders have 90 zone or higher. 90 zone is a threshold, so where once it hits 90 zone and like 98 zone, they all play pretty much about the same. But if it's 89 zone to 80 zone play about the same, and it's way different levels. The 90 plus zone threshold, the defensive players just play way better. Like, they react to the ball way quicker. So we got a free safety with 88 zone. So why am I telling you guys this? Well, you see Eric Berry we're looking at right here. We're not going to buy the Eric Berry because I didn't like the price. So we're going to wait and see if that card drops, maybe 5 or 10K more to our liking. But the Eric Berry that we looked at and the Brian Dawkins that we bought both have 88 zone. What we can do, as we are about to buy a Miles Jack right here, who has above 80 zone, by the way, part of the reason why we want to buy this Miles Jack. I think I actually missed out on the 28K Miles Jack. I tried to filter the auction house, and it's actually going to cost us. My trying to make sure we get Miles Jack for the right price is going to cost us 2K because someone ends up right before I was like looking at the stats, like, all right, let's get this bad boy. And then the auction, yeah. And now I was like, all right, the 30K one's actually still a pretty good price. Let's just get this before this one goes away too. Not too quick with the fingers right now, but yeah, back to my point earlier. If we put the lockdown chemistry on all of our players, we can get the zone up like at least 2 points. Then that means Eric Berry and Brian Dawkins will both be 90, and they'll hit the threshold, and that'll be fine for us. So we are thinking about getting Berry. There's not many good strong safety options, so it's not just that Berry's my favorite player. It's just that there's really not many options to go at the strong safety position. Like, I was thinking about trying to find maybe a faster strong safety, but there's not many that hit my liking of at least 88 zone or higher and are pretty cheap, are relatively cheap at least compared to our budget. So Berry's like kind of the only guy. Dawkins we're gonna get, and then of course we got Miles Jack in there. Now we need to get at least one cornerback. We have Denzel Ward. We're going to keep him and put him in the slot. We have Casey Hayward. He has above 90 zone, so we don't even have to worry about upgrading him. Speaking of upgrades, though, we are going to be looking in the power-up section for our next upgrade. We are going to be adding a legend to our team. The legend power-up upgrades this year are actually very good if you get them to an 88 or a 90 overall. Some of these cards are ridiculous. Like, if you power up Lawrence Taylor to a 90, he still has really good stats. And one of these guys just came out today, Deion Sanders. Deion is just in his own zip code as far as speed for cornerbacks. So we're going to get Deion Sanders, get prime time, hopefully up to a 90 overall. Problem is, I don't know if you guys realize, we are out of training. We have 61 training. We cannot upgrade Deion anymore, so this is the part where I was talking about where we might just have to buy a player and quick sell him for training. It looks like we need 2,200 more training, which is the equivalent of quick selling a 90 overall player. And a 90 overall player, the cheapest ones go for about, as I was looking at the auction house, about 165 to 170k. So what I'm searching for right now is the cheapest card to quick sell. This is crazy to think about Madden Ultimate Team buying a high overall elite just to quick sell them. Unless you just purely hated the player and you had like 10 billion coins, there's no reason to ever do this. But, you know, 90 overalls, all quick sell for 22,000 a piece. So we're looking at that. We're also looking at some 88 overalls, trying to find just the best deal possible. But ideally, we want to get a 90 overall because that'll get us the amount of training to upgrade Deion Sanders fully to a 90 overall. Once we get Deion, you know, powered up, we're not going to buy his full legend because we don't have the coins. Like, we don't have a million coins to get Deion, but we can get him to a 90 overall pretty easily. So does Willie Rove. Perfect candidate. 165k. Fine. We'll buy him. We'll quick sell him, and this will give us enough training to get Deion all the way up. He will have 89 zones, so he's another guy. We put the lockdown chemistry on him. He will get up to a 90, and that'll be our secondary pretty much figured out. All we have to do is actually buy Eric Berry, and we are well on our way to upgrading the team. So the offense, we just need one more wide receiver. And I'm still trying to figure out which route I want to take to get that wide receiver as we get to nearly the end of the shopping spree. The main purchase we have to make is Eric Berry as we go into Deion Sanders and we, you know, get this upgrade done. You see, I was looking around here trying to add it all up, and we are indeed going to get this Deion upgrade. But look at his speed. He's just way faster than anybody else. Like, I just could not pass up on this one. I was also thinking about doing the Lawrence Taylor upgrade, but we have Telvin Smith at the right outside linebacker, so it's not really necessary for us to get LT. And that's part of running a budget squad. You have to kind of roll with the net players that you have. Like, you can't just get the best players possible. We have to ball on a budget, you know, and Telvin's a pretty good player. So we're going to rock with Telvin at the right side. We're going to rock with Miles Jack on the left side. We'll see how Miles Jack plays. We have Ray Lewis, our team captain, middle linebacker. We're not going to upgrade him all the way right now. We can upgrade Ray Lewis. We can get him pretty high in overall, but we're not thinking about that right now. We're trying to use our training in other areas. Though you guys saw that 72 Ryan Shazier, he might have to take a seat on the bench until we get some power-up, you know, tokens for him and get him to like an 80 overall or something like that. Because the times we did play with Shazier, the couple of times we did, you know, we played 2 games with him, he was kind of a liability in coverage, and we can't have that. So to get a temporary cheap replacement for him might be the move. You see, I was thinking about doing Odell's power up right here. I was like, yeah, it'd be cool to get an Odell. He's sitting in my binder, but we're probably just gonna sell this power up piece. Just looking at the training points, I feel like it's better for us to buy, you know, a decent receiver, maybe like 86 or 87 overall, or 85, depending on how it is, what receivers we can find, and just add those guys to our team and not power up Odell, because then we have to go buy another card and quick some more training. So rather than doing all that, you know, I feel like we could find a pretty decent receiver. So I was looking at Emmanuel Sanders, I was looking at Devontae Adams, and I was looking at Tim Brown, all 87 overalls, all pretty decent stats. What it came down to is what it'll come down to a lot of times for our team: which player is cheaper. And the cheaper option was Tim Brown, 59,000 coins, you see right there. The cheapest Emmanuel Sanders going for at least 10,000 more coins, and even Devontae Adams, but I like Tim Brown's card over Devontae Adams anyways. You see, he has 86 speed for an 87 overall. That's not bad. We want to have at least decently, you know, speedy players. We have Calvin Ridley as our speed guy. We still have that John Ross with 91 speed as our 4th string wide receiver. He's like a goal player, so he's not really going to start, but he's around. And now that we add Tim Brown, we kind of need at least one reliable receiver on our team, because that Randy Moss is kind of a gadget player. So now we're going to adjust our lineup. Calvin Ridley's not going to be the number 1. We're going to put Randy Moss at the number 1. I like having that speed option at the number 1 spot. Tim Brown will be our possession guy at number 2, even though he's a higher overall. It's just kind of the way I run my offense. And then we put Calvin Ridley in the slot with that speed, and our offense is, you know, set at this point. This is going to be our offense for the time being. Obviously, you know, there's things that can change on the fly, and, you know, as they come out with new cards and new promos, our team will be changing based on the cards that come out, the nat cards we get in our team. But our team's looking pretty decent right now. It's not too bad. Like, considering we just got this party started, you know, maybe down the line as we continue upgrading our team, we might get more, you know, training legends, where we get the legends up to 90 overall, and we just get more players, period. There's way different routes you can take this year, and it's really fun. It's really unique the way Madden Ultimate Team is shaped up this year. So, you know, it's lovely. It is lovely, the amount of different options you have, especially as a budget team, because usually you don't really get too many options as a budget team. So you make your team unique and make them, you know, unique and good as well, have good players. But this year, there's just so much versatility with the way you can make your lineups, whether you're on a budget or you're, you know, big ballin'. So definitely got to shout out the MUT team for the way they configured Ultimate Team this year. Definitely a lot of fun. What's not fun is trying to buy this Eric Berry. He is still not up for a decent price. What we're going to do in the meantime is try to find a decent right end, because we have, what's his face? DeMarcus Lawrence playing out of position right now, and I'd rather just get a right end right now, just get him, and, you know, not someone too expensive, because I don't know, I don't feel like I want to bowl too much on that right end spot right now. We'll see if we could buy a budget guy, and if he gets sacks, he gets sacks. If he doesn't, then we'll have to upgrade. This Derek Rivers is pretty damn good. 82 speed at the right end. This is one of the fastest right ends in the game. He's an 82 overall. He's 86 acceleration on top of that. So, you know, he's going to be coming through. Once he gets by his guy, he will be screaming at the quarterback. I was thinking about getting like Miles Jack, 83 overall, some other budget-ish kind of guys. Mike Daniels. Daniels was too slow. Myles Garrett was too expensive. And this Derek Rivers, I really wasn't planning on buying him, but I was looking in the auction house. I was like, this guy's not that bad. So we're actually almost done. Like, we are pretty much finished. What I realized as I was setting my lineup here to put Deion Sanders at the kick return spot, which is one of the reasons why we got Deion, by the way. If you look at his stats, like, if you look at his stats on the left side, these are some insane stats. Or, it's on the right side. 99 kick return rating, even though it says 93 right there. He's got 99 juke. He's got, like, 98 break tackle or something like that. 94 spin. These are insane stats. He's just going to be our return guy. And hopefully we can make something happen. I mentioned in the past, I don't like putting non-running backs at my return spots, but we're going to have to make an exception, because they just made this Deion Sanders glitchy for no reason. But yeah, what I realized was not that Deion Sanders is glitchy. I knew that. That's why we got him. But I need a kicker. I need a kicker. I need to get a kicker. And the best budget option pretty much at this point for us is going to be Jake Elliott here. We could have got in Graham Gano for cheaper, for one less kick power rating, but I figured let's make sure that we have a reliable kicker, and I use this Jake Elliott for pretty much the entire, I think I actually still have him on main team, so this Jake Elliott gets the job done. 88 kick power will easily allow us to hit 50+ yard field goals, so, you know, we don't want to cost our special teams. We're not going to buy a punter, because we have better ways of allocating our coins right now than buying punters. We have more needs on our team, so yeah, we got Jake Elliott on the team. Now it's time to get that plug-in, I should call it, for Ryan Shazier, the Band-Aid middle linebacker. So we're not going to spend a lot of coins on this one. I was thinking about getting this Neville Hewitt guy, but he was going for too much on the auction house at the time. So what we actually ended up doing was filtering this to Rising Stars and looking at the Dylan Cole. And the Rising Stars program is a little bit interesting this year. You would think the Rising Stars program would be budget friendly. It's absolutely not. I'm pretty sure once you upgrade these guys, they become Nat. And I don't want to turn this Dylan Cole into a Nat player because, you know, I told you guys, he's a Band-Aid. He's not going to be on our team for long. Once we get Shazier upgrades, which will not be right away, this Dylan Cole might be on our team for a couple of weeks, if not like even a month. Probably not that long, but he'll be on our team for a while. But yeah, this guy will be on our team for just a little bit, and I want to sell him once we're done, and we could probably sell him for the price that we bought him for here. And even though he was going for pretty cheap, I was kind of tempted to, you know, upgrade him. You know, the idea of making him Nat just wasn't worth it. This Dylan Cole, pretty good stats, 80+ zone. We add him to the lineup, and he'll go along with 84 Ray Lewis. Like I kind of just said before, Ray Lewis, we can upgrade him. We can, you know, get him all the way to a 90 overall, but right now we have to spend our training points elsewhere. The remaining training points that we have right now, I'm going to try to spend on chemistry upgrades for our players, as we finally find an Eric Berry for a decent price. I wanted to buy him for under 90,000, but I had to get it all my life. So this is the last upgrade we had to buy. So it's like, you know what, 91K, congratulations, dude. Have your, like, you know, 3 or 4K profit from what I want to buy Berry at. So yeah, that training, I think I just actually quick sold a couple cards for training in the meantime while I was waiting for Berry's price to drop. So yeah, we'll get the training upgrades on these guys. I didn't do it right away because, you know, we're going to have to find out what to quick sell and stuff like that. If we have to buy something to quick sell, see what's in our binder and all that kind of stuff. But this is the team, guys. This is the result post shopping spree. We went from an 82 overall to an 85 overall. We added 90 Deion Sanders, 89 Brian Dawkins, 86 Willie Roaf. We got a couple of budget guys. We got the Derek Rivers. We got ourselves Miles Jack. We got Dylan Cole. We got Eric Berry at the strong safety position. Gotta love Berry. We got the 85 Randy Moss. Even though he's an 85, like I said, the hidden stats are cool. I like them. And we're going to go into a game with these guys, by the way. Offensive line bolstered heavily. And then we got Tim Brown. We'll see how that Tim Brown plays for us. What we're going to do is go into a weekend league game. How do we qualify for a weekend league? Doing nothing. For some reason, everybody qualified for weekend league this week. So I was like, you know what? Rather than going into a seasons game, let's just go into a weekend league game. If we win the game, awesome. If we don't win the game, doesn't matter. Doesn't affect us at all. This is basically like a free shot at trying to get like Hail Mary rewards for weekend league. Like, I'm not going to play 25 games, but we'll just play one for fun. Just to try to team out. I want to see how this team plays. Like, even though our defense is not upgraded yet, we don't have the players in 90 zone, so they might not play as well. I still want to put these guys in the field. Like, I know you guys want to see them. I want to see them. So we hop into the game here. Miles Jack with the sack, bringing up second down. He's got Michael Vick at the quarterback position with the spin move, getting by Deion, and finally tackled by Ray Lewis. Trying to force a fumble out of Mike Vick when he does stuff like that. 3rd down and 2. Screen pass. Tavon Austin out the backfield. And Tavon's got a first down. He's got that Team of the Week Tavon Austin with 91 speed. A card we might have to get ourselves. The one card I did not get for our team was a backup running back, a receiving running back to go along with Saquon Barkley. Kind of like a budget speed guy as Ray Lewis nearly gets the pick. And that would have been a pick 6 if we got that one. Screen on 3rd down and 14 to Tyreek. But we are all over that, bringing up a 4th down and 11, and he's keeping the offense on the field. Can't make the field goal, don't want to punt, throwing middle, and that will be a catch, but not a first down. Delaney Walker just short. To be honest, Dylan Cole played that pretty poorly, but thankfully he needed 12, and he got like 11 and 3/4 yards. 2nd down and 8. Baker Mayfield rolling, looking, finding Tim Brown, staying in bounds, and Brown with a big gain to the 35-yard line near the end of the first quarter. Trying to hit Barkley on a quick hitter right there. That wasn't a good idea. Knocked right out of his hands. It looks like he might have himself his own Brian Dawkins. 2nd down, only a 3-man rush, but Brandon Graham on the outside gets home against pretty much our worst offensive lineman. Now it's 3rd down and 18. Baker stepping, lobbing in major traffic, and it's intercepted by Adrian Amos. Thankfully, Ertz able to make the tackle. That was a very bad decision. I saw cover 2, and in my mind, I was telling myself as he gets a big gain right here in the middle of the field, cover 2, lob it over the top. We should be able to squeeze this in. Problem is I lobbed it to Zach Ertz, so I should have just taken off of Baker, got my yards, tried to bring out the field goal unit. And with this budget squad, we cannot turn the ball over. And when I play on my normal team, I can afford a mistake or two potentially, just kind of goofing around, because our defense will normally have our back. I don't have that same trust in this defense to get us stops, even against the simplest of offensive schemes. Because here's Tyreek Hill downfield with pure speed, taking the top off our defense and getting in the end zone and getting a 7-point lead. So we are going to have to adjust our game plan, play smarter. We have been doing a great job of playing smart with this team with the first 2 games we've done with them so far. So get back to that a little bit. Maybe give Saquon Barkley a touch here or there, because he might not be able to stop the run, even though we might not have as good of a team. You know, if we can call the correct plays against the correct defenses, it should help us out. 2nd down and 3 though. Play action in the corner. There's that budget Randy Moss with that 88 speed, stretching the defense on the crossing route and getting a big gain. Next play, speaking of budget, downfield, John Ross, goal player, touchdown on the deep post route. That cover 3, he does not back up the cornerback, and that allows us to shot downfield. On that play earlier, I threw a quick pass to Saquon Barkley. I should have held it longer, try to give John Ross a chance. That time we did, as Deion Sanders gets the interception. Prime time down the sidelines. You know what time it is. Rage quit time. Like, what? This guy quit? Unfortunately, that's going to do it for the video. I was looking forward to playing the full game right here, seeing what we could do, building some chemistry with this offense, trying to learn this new look team, but he just rage quits for whatever reason. We do get the victory. That's the good news, so we'll take that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed this shopping spree, leave a like on the video. If you guys enjoyed the in-depth breakdown of us upgrading our team, spending over 500,000 coins, leave a like, subscribe for more Madden 19 gameplays. Thank you for watching, especially if you watch this full video, you're a real MVP. I'll catch you guys next time.